Okay, hitted the start stream button. I hit the start stream button. Um, so hopefully that started stream. I think I say that every single stream. I'm like, I hope I started it. I hope it worked. I think at this point, oh, just no. Yeah, I probably know how to do it. Probably worked. All right, let me share the link a few places for this one. I didn't even know this was happening, to be honest, or at least I didn't know it was like a live thing. Um, so that's cool. If they're doing a Jason gameplay thing. And I'm liking that they're doing these live things. I mean, finally, like, I don't know how it was. I don't know how that's not, like, clearly the thing you want to do to hype up your game. Especially for character reveals and, like, the big trailer that we got and stuff like that. I'm very happy they're doing this stuff now. But that is, yeah, definitely do a premiere. Obviously. Right, almost done sharing the link places. Shared it on Twitter. I shared it on Discord. I think that's everywhere. Share it right here. Alright, hey, what's up? People jumping in the chat. Nobody cared who I was until I put on the mask. So, yeah, some people have mentioned this, but just speaking of the mask, do you think all that hockey stuff that MultiVersus did, like a MultiVersus hockey collaboration thing that was like, why are they doing a hockey collaboration? It was like so weird. Do you guys think that was because of Jason? Like, do you think that was because Jason wears a hockey mask? Like, was Jason supposed to be out already by the time the hockey thing happened? Because like, I know the McDonald's collab happened, and that like the game wasn't out yet and stuff. And we got that video, was it back in like February, of Tony being like, the game's going to come out at the end of May. So maybe it was supposed to come out in February initially, and they were going to have Jason, and then the hockey thing would have made sense. I don't know. It might have just been random. Yeah, exactly. It's Galaxy Brain level of hinting if it's intentional. But I'm thinking it maybe wasn't even supposed to be a hint. Like, I'm thinking, like, was it just that they weren't done with Jason? And it was initially supposed to like just make more sense. Like it was like, yeah, it makes sense. I don't know. And then we get something new with the Jason gameplay trailer. Like we did the Joker with Powerpuff Girls. Yeah, that's possible. We could see a character like hinted at somewhere, like the Powerpuff Girls were, or we could just see like a new skin or a new stage or the Dexter stage has like two versions of it. We could see a new version of a stage we already seen or something. Maybe we'll see the WB stage like actually in action or something. So yeah. Well, I'm gonna turn this light right here on. It might look a little better. Maybe it looks worse. I think it looks worse. Shut it off. All right, never mind. Yeah, it'd be cool if we saw Agent Smith. Like even if they don't show off all Agent Smith's moves, it would be cool if they did like Jason's fighting him or something, and he's just the punching bag. Camp Crystal Lake stage would be cool, though I'm thinking probably not a stage. I think we probably would have already seen it by now. But yeah, Jason X skin would be awesome. Tony did tweet something about like, I really like space or something randomly. So yeah, it could be a Jason X skin, which we could see here. Maybe that's why he said it. Did I see the Dexter tease? I saw... There's been so much stuff over the last couple days. I'm making a video on all the Easter eggs in the last trailer and just everything else that's happened surrounding it. Hopefully that'll either come out tonight or tomorrow if I can get it done. I saw somebody wrote something that was Dexter, but I think it was just... I thought it was just for the stage because they showed the Dexter stage off yesterday. So that's what I thought that was for. We should get Pennywise in season 1. I mean, they did. They're calling it like a villain season. They had Joker like summon like 4 more villains. I'm personally in the camp that I don't think we're gonna get like 4 more villains this season or anything like that. I think that was more just like the way they ended the video, just this cool hype, like more villains are gonna come kind of thing. Gaylord Pickmang, $4.99 donation. Thank you so much. Good morning, all. Happy to be excited for this game again. Been watching since Ultimate. There's nothing like character speculation hype. Yeah, I agree. That's your fifth super donation on live stream. It says here. Well, thank you for donating that many times. Awesome. Thank you so much. Helps a lot. It really does. Donations and everything. I don't. I don't kind of promote that stuff too heavily or anything like that, but it really does help a lot. Thank you. Do I know what the space hint means? I don't. So I'm thinking Jason X skin. That's the best. That's the best guess I have. At that one. I mean, we saw briefly like that there was like a. Everybody was saying it was a Steven Universe stage that we saw with Iron Giant in that relaunch trailer thing. So maybe that stage and that space. I don't know. I don't have a good guess for space. I saw the pentagram in the launch show. I'm hyped for Raven. Yeah, there is so much stuff in that trailer that was just like hinting at stuff. It makes me feel like a lot of stuff is on the way, which is awesome. If it is Teen Titan Go Raven, I'd be disappointed. So I'm aware Raven's design a year ago, or even before a year ago, was a mix between like 2003 Teen Titans and comic book Raven. It basically looked like 2003 Teen Titans Raven, but with not the gray skin. I believe, were going to change it though. They were like going to change that design. I don't know what they were going to change it to. If they're going to change it to be more 2003, more comic book, or completely scrap it and go Teen Titans Go. So I don't know what Raven's going to look like in the end. But because they were modeling her before, not as a Teen Titans, because Teen Titans Go, I feel like she'd be really short. She'd be like totally different body type. I feel like she's got to be more in line with the other DC characters, so I don't think they're going to go Teen Titans Go. I don't know that for sure, though. My guess is the stage, after seeing that trailer, my guess is the stage will be Teen Titans Go, but any Teen Titans characters will probably be more in line with the other DC characters, which would be essentially probably closer to 2003 Teen Titans, or comic book Teen Titans with 2003 alt costumes or something, whatever. That's my guess. I feel like if they go Teen Titans Go, it would be like, they'd be really limiting themselves with the costumes, and the alt costumes is such a big thing with this game. I feel like you want the characters, like if you do Robin and it's Teen Titans Go Robin, you can't do a million different Robins that you can do if you do like 2003 or a more regular looking Robin, a more standard classic DC, in line with the Superman and Batman and everybody else we've gotten from DC Robin. Then you can do a 2003 design. You can do Robin from the comics. You can do Red Hood. You can do like a million different Robins that way. So. Yeah. People gotta remember that none of the DC character defaults looks are from a specific universe so far. Yeah, and that's my guess. They'll probably do some sort of mixture of like Robin and Raven and whoever else. I feel like they're gonna do something that's more in line with everything else that they've done. Probably some in between, but then with alt costumes that are more like, okay, that's 2003 Teen Titans right there. Just my guess though. They could go Teen Titans Go. It's possible. I hope they don't. And I wouldn't mind the stage being Teen Titans Go. I know Teen Titans Go is very popular with a younger generation, so I get like wanting to represent it. And I wouldn't mind the tower, being Teen Titans Go. Who cares? But I wouldn't want any of the characters to be Teen Titans Go. I feel like that would be out of place. Red X skin for Robin. Yeah, that'd be cool. Super duper $4.99 donation. Thank you so much. Been watching you since Smash Ultimate Hype. Love the speculation and leaks. Still sad about the Skull Kid shares weren't real. I know, it's a bummer. I'm so sorry. I tried to make up for it. Sakurai needs to hide stuff behind him. I hit a rusty machete behind me. I hope next Smash 6, I hope Sakurai starts hiding things, and every little thing he posts on Twitter really does mean something. I hope he leans into it. What if we get a stage? Yeah, a lot of people are wondering about a Jason stage. I'm guessing not, because I think we're getting Jason as a character, but we're getting a WB stage, we're getting a Dexter stage, Powerpuff Girls stage. I don't think this is going to always be a character always gets a stage, or a stage always gets a character. I mean, maybe over time, eventually we get a Camp Crystal Lake stage or something, and over time we'll get Dexter as a character or whatever. But I don't think it's all, or Animaniacs as a character as well. But I don't think it's always going to go hand in hand. And I think they're probably going to try to dip into a lot of things that can satisfy a lot of people, as much as possible. So like Jason, let's work on Jason as a character. But if you do Jason as a character, Jason as a stage, Jason ringouts, Jason this, Jason that, then people are waiting for like Cartoon Network stuff, or like, hey, where's any Cartoon Network stuff? But if you do we're doing a Dexter stage and Jason Voorhees as a character, and then then later on it's like we're doing Dexter as a character, Camp Crystal Lake as a stage. Like you piece things out that way. I feel like is the better way to do it anyway. Though it would be cool to get a Camp Crystal Lake stage. I totally agree. Do I think Freddy Krueger could in MultiVersus since Jason? Yeah, I mean that feels like something they got to do. We already have Gremlins, we have Jason, and Freddy Krueger feels like another. Freddy Krueger and like Pennywise feel like big horror icons that could go in a WB game, and I feel like we'll probably get them eventually. Yeah, I've heard that too. Somebody's saying Scary Terry from Rick and Morty as I got a Rick and Morty shirt on right now, actually. Scary Terry is an alt for Freddy Krueger, which would be so perfect. That would be awesome. That would be great. Or Scary Terry as a Echo Fighter. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna do Echo Fighters still. That's like a very it seemed like they were going to, but it might have just been because they were falling behind with the Joker. So now that they're back and they've had a whole year, maybe they won't have to do Echo Fighters. I don't know. We'll see. We do have some alt costumes like Cake that are totally different characters. So having Scary Terry as a Freddy Krueger alt would, whatever, it's a different character, but it fits. Yeah, Scream would be good. Ghostface and Ash Williams from Evil Dead would be great too. Yeah, there's so many. This game, the potential for MultiVersus is so good. I really hope this game sticks the landing. I really hope people, like if the game comes out and it's a little slow to get characters out or something, or it's not perfect, like I just hope people stick with it because of the potential. Like I know so many people want this game to do well and want the bigger version of this game that might take a year or two to get there, but like please guys, let's all support it. Let's all push for it, because I think if it does survive a year or two, it'll keep giving us stuff, and it will eventually be that game, that has all those characters, and it's going to be pretty great. Gumball and Smiling Friends would be amazing. Yeah, I want Gwimbly. I want Gwimbly in a platform fighter. I mean, like Charlie and Pim would be fine too, whatever. That's probably what we get. But Gwimbly would be so funny. It's only a matter of time before we get Neo to go with Agent Smith, right? I mean, this game is all about, like, duos, right? It's, like, two characters together fighting game. Yeah, I don't know. People were speculating if there was, like, a problem with the rights to, like, Keanu Reeves' likeness or something. I really have no idea. So, I knew about Agent Smith early. I did. I didn't know Agent Smith was going to be in that trailer. I didn't know Agent Smith was going to be in Season 1 or whatever, but I heard Agent Smith was a character we'd eventually be getting. So I went into this trailer surprised. Well, not surprised because of the tags on the trailer the night before, but I was surprised that Agent Smith was happening like the night before. But yeah, I have no idea about Neo. No idea. I'd only heard Agent Smith before, so I can tell you that. I don't. If Neo's in the works, I haven't heard it. If he happens down the line, yeah, totally possible. So yeah, I really hope Mortal Kombat makes it in. Yeah, there was what his name John Tobias, I think, was in one of the pictures of Player First Games' headquarters, and he's a co-creator of Mortal Kombat. And then Ed Boon was posting about MultiVersus. I forget, he did some just support post, just like great job MultiVersus or something like that. Cool reveal with Jason. I forget what it was, something like that. So yeah, the Mortal Kombat team is clearly aware of this game. So. I had heard before that they tried to get a Mortal Kombat character, but that is it NetherRealm Studio that does Mortal Kombat, that they wanted too much control of how the character was going to play or look or something, and that's what stopped them from doing it. But it also kind of seemed like it was just like put things on hold. Like maybe that was just kind of on hold real quick. What did I say, Scorpion or Sub-Zero? I'd say Scorpion. I think Scorpion is the most likely crossover character. Is Gandalf or Harry Potter still possible? Yeah, I think both are still possible. I know I said before that that WB wanted them to add like 3 Harry Potter characters, which was like impossible. They wanted them to add like 3 Harry Potter characters in like one season, which was like impossible. And then they had landed on Hermione because they wanted to add more female characters. But this was that was last December. So whether they've shelved the whole idea of doing Harry Potter anytime soon, whether they're still going to go through with Hermione as the character that they choose, or just straight up do Harry Potter, no idea. We had the broom come out of the WB Tower in the trailer. This is really buffering a lot. Hopefully it doesn't when the video starts. But we don't know if the broom is for Wicked Witch or if it's for a Harry Potter character or what. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with Harry Potter. As far as Gandalf and Lord of the Rings stuff goes, WB seems to have more. Like there was like somebody bought some rights or something. I forget the whole story. Some rights for that got bought, but now WB is doing more stuff with Lord of the Rings and has put. I think they put out like a DVD collection or something or a Blu-ray collection within the last like 6 months to a year. So WB still has some, you know, Lord of the Rings rights. So I feel like Lord of the Rings stuff will probably come back to this game, but when it's just a matter of when. Don't I want Gandalf? I really want Gandalf. Yeah, I said he was my most wanted of like the realistically possible characters we could get. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so yeah, I'm a big Gandalf supporter. I'm like between a few characters as my most wanted because it's just such a weird pool of characters. Angry Video Game Nerd's another one that's like a top character. Tom from Toonami, I think, is a top character. Willy Wonka is probably a top character. I'm gonna be on Source Gaming on, I think it's Sunday. I could be wrong on the day. And we're doing like our top 24 characters. I'm making a list still. I still haven't like totally narrowed it down. I think I have like 40 or 50 characters I've written down. I gotta make 24 of them. I gotta choose like 24 of them for that video for Source Gaming. But even when I choose like 24, I might forget somebody. I might like forget somebody. Like a top 5 I might forget just because the pool is so big for this game. It's really hard to think of everyone that you want. Moth Guy, $1.99 donation. Can you host a tournament stream? Yeah, maybe I'll do that at some point. I know my Discord has talked about potentially doing that. We might do a collaboration, I think, with another Discord and do a MultiVersus tournament at some point. But yeah, I mean, this game's gonna have like dailies and a battle pass and stuff, so I could even stream dailies pretty often or something. And potentially run like, yeah, possibly host a tournament and stuff. It would probably be through the Discord. So I think the links, the description of this video should have a link to the Discord. Snow Miser and Heat Miser, yeah, those would be cool. Weird Al or Jack Black, I'm totally, yeah, Weird Al. Weird Al's a big one. Weird Al was spotted in a Walmart that's close. There's like 2 Walmarts in my county, or 2 or 3 Walmarts in my county. And he was spotted in one of the Walmarts in my county. Not to dox him, but his daughter goes to college at a school that's close by where I live. And I think it was like Mother's Day weekend. A friend of mine spotted Weird Al in a Walmart and posted it on Facebook. And I was bummed I didn't go to Walmart that day. The first concert I ever went to in my whole life was a Weird Al concert. It was in Albany, New York, and Weird Al called it Albany. The Harlequin Demon, $1.99 donation. Likelihood of Five Nights as Freddy rep. Likelihood's tough to say. I'd say it's possible. That's one of those, like, it's a matter if Player First Games decides to go out and get that. I feel like if a fan base built up wanting Freddy or a Five Nights at Freddy character, then Player First Games, if they recognize that fan base, like if it has enough, if it's loud enough, then I could see them being like, okay, let's go try to get that. Because I definitely think that anything's possible for this game. And I don't think there's any like rights problems with you know, Freddy. Like I feel like they could definitely get him if they went out and tried to do it. It's just a matter of if they do it or not. Hey, Bob Judas, I've been watching you for 6 years and just wanted to tell you how much I like and appreciate your content. Thank you so much. I know I have some droughts of content every once in a while, but I just try not to make videos when there's not really a reason to. I don't want to make like, you know, clickbaity videos. So, but now MultiVersus is back, so it's been worth making videos. It's an Albany expression. Great steamed hams. Great steamed hams line. Principal Skinner talks about Albany a lot. He says it there, like upstate New York with him, and well, I don't know if he says it or if Super Nintendo Chalmers does, but Albany comes up there, and then there's another one where they're taking a field. They're trying to raise money for a field trip to Albany. That Principal Skinner's part of that scene too. All right, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Get off me, furball! I can't breathe.
Be quiet.
Ooh.
It's just a weirdo in a mask. It's just a weirdo in a mask.
Oh, man.
Wow, I didn't think we'd get a whole cinematic thing. That is dope.
This spring, Jason is done playing around.
Ooh, he has an axe too.
He's camped in the shadows.
Oh, he does do the... Oh, Jason X! Yeah! Oh, awesome. Alright, that's probably what the space reference was.
For rabbits.
Hunting for rabbits.
On May 28th, no
The sleeping bag's awesome. That's so good.
MultiVersus is safe.
He crushes the bed.
When we get out of here, we gotta keep in touch, dude. I love you, man. Oh my god.
He's gonna like murder Shaggy. He did a little moonwalk. Oh man, that was cool. Is that it? Is that it? It was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not complaining if that was it. I thought maybe they'd go over. Oh yeah, I guess that was it. All right. Well, that was cool. I mean, that was a sweet yeah, that was a sweet gameplay trailer. Yeah, people are saying he looked better than like. I agree. He's big, which is like, I get why people are like, oh, he looks kind of weird, you know, being really big. But I liked it. He reminds me of the Chainsaw Killer guys from Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I'm a huge Zombies Ate My Neighbors fan, and they have like a big hulking look to them. Yeah, the bed from Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah, he has he does the sleeping bag thing, which is what one's that from? Is it Freddy vs. Jason or is it Jason X or H2O? There's so many. But it was cool. I liked it. Cartoon violence is odd. I like that they had Jake and Shaggy as the like teens that he attacks. The slacker teens. Sleeping bag from part 7. Yeah, I remember when he's like he's just smashing the people. It's so funny. I like the stomp. I like that he has an axe as well as the machete. Very cool. Yeah, and he does. I agree. He looks a lot better than that leaked picture of him and the Joker. He looked kind of off. But he looked better in the gameplay, or looked better in the trailer, and then I think he looked even better in the gameplay trailer. Honestly, his large frame, it doesn't look that weird. It doesn't look as weird as I thought it was going to look. It doesn't look as disproportionate. So yeah, I think he looks awesome. They respected the source material perfectly. I agree. Yeah, pulling stuff from it very well. Yeah, I was expecting a bit more of a breakdown. I was expecting a bit more. Like what each move did, but I still liked it. I still thought it was still great. Want to watch it again? Let's watch it again. And I like that it had some like cinematic like reveal trailer quality to it, even though he already was revealed in the other trailer. Oh, do I have it paused or something? I never know how YouTube works. Pull it forward. There we go. IGN has a breakdown. I can look for that.
Get off me, furball.
Like IGN YouTube?
Be quiet. It's just a weirdo in a mask. It's just a weirdo in a mask.
Oh, man.
This spring, Jason
What's my most wanted
is
horror
going
character
to
for
play
MultiVersus?
Kombat.
Probably Jack Torrance, actually.
He's camped in
The
shadows.
Shining movie, I believe, is Warner Brothers.
He's journeyed to space.
Jason X is sweet.
He's been hunting.
Or potentially Alex DeLarge from Clockwork Orange, if you consider that horror as well.
On May 28th, no one in MultiVersus.
Yep, IGN YouTube, Jason and Joker breakdown. All right, once this is over replaying, I'll go look that up.
When we get out of here,
Yeah, I like that there was a cinematic for the beginning of the gameplay trailer too. I like that they have voice lines. This whole thing is voiced and everything. Taking definitely a lot of care with this game in that regard, which I really dig. It's something I kind of wish Smash would do more of, though I do understand that Smash is so international that it's tough, I think, to go across the board, especially with how secretive they try to be with Smash, obviously. It would be tough to hire voice actors for every different language and blah, blah, blah for the characters to do, a lot of talking stuff. Plus, a lot of video game characters don't talk, or there's, not a ton of vocalization in every game. So it makes more sense in this, where it's a lot of movies, TV shows, cartoons, have voice acting a big part of it. Okay, let me look up IGN, Jason, Joker, breakdown. Boom, 5 minutes ago. All right, sweet.
lucky number 7.
Nope, we got an ad.
Days of the week.
Hope we don't get an ad on this video and then have to watch me watch an ad on YouTube, because that's like YouTube ad inception. Adception.
With the re-release of
Here we
WB's
go.
platform fighter MultiVersus, 3 new fighters have been added to the roster: Joker, Jason Voorhees, and Banana Guard. Quite the range of villains there. Since Banana Guard is
Quite
a
the
pretty
range of
simple character
villains.
compared to the other two, and we only got a brief window to play this preview build, we made a quick breakdown of Joker and Jason's movesets and threw in a few tips to help get you started. These notes will be primarily for 1v1 matches and not duos, but many of the principles could be applied to both modes. Joker is classified as a mage in MultiVersus, the same class as another gadget character, Bugs Bunny. But while Joker does have some misdirection in his toolkit, he's more conventional than he first appears. He has a long-reach side air attack and advancing side air special, a strong grounded up attack, and a side attack combo that can link into a side special after the
Yeah, I mean, these two characters look great in my opinion. Like Joker and Jason, really strong
His down attack
characters
and
to
air
start
neutral
relaunch
special
with, in my
can both
opinion.
be charged and stored with the same meter by jumping or dodging before letting the move go.
They look like a lot of care has
Both
been put
moves
into them,
have
I guess
armor
what I'm
break
saying.
properties, and the neutral air special also applies damage over time.
Banana Guard is funny, and the fact that even this video is like, yeah, we're not really going to go over Banana Guard. It's like,
special button again,
it's funny.
cannon will damage foes that
I'm
are
warming
close
up
by
to
with
it the longer it's
substantial knockback.
it sits
If you press
that that's the
attack
joke
button,
character.
however, it will instead create a jack-in-the-box that knocks opponents upwards, setting them up for a juggle. His side special is also great for securing unexpected kills as the trajectory changes as he holds it. When used in the air,
That's cool.
the
Alright,
side
so kinda
special
aim it.
changes to a horizontal attack with a crowbar, which is helpful for returning to the stage or chasing enemies that are knocked off. His up special isn't amazing for recovery, but leaves a balloon behind that either you or a teammate can ride into enemies to knock them back.
That's cool.
His neutral special contains armor and will shock enemies that are too
Did Jason
close
just
to you
teleport? I mean, it
or
would
try to
kind of make
attack
sense
you.
if he can teleport, right? Because he does
Pretty
kind of just
small,
like
and there's a
appear
lot of recovery
places.
on it, although the recovery can be cancelled by dodging out of it. His neutral attack is probably the hardest to keep track of as he cycles through suits, all of which have different effects. Hearts don't hit on the way out, but will hit when returning to you. Diamonds stick to enemies before exploding. And spades throw multiple cards at once.
Arkham Asylum stage would be
Decide which
cool.
card you have available while playing Joker or when
I mean, the
playing
Batcave is like seems like the obvious choice, but an Arkham Asylum stage for
All in all,
Joker and Harley
doesn't do
would
anything
make a lot of
too
sense.
crazy, but has a solid all-around toolkit with a few tricks up his sleeve.
Why are the character models all significantly bigger? I don't know. It does look like everything. It does look like all the characters are a little bigger. It does look like everything's a little slower, but I mean, they had a whole year to tweak the game around, and so you know, whatever they decided, I'm sure they have reasons for why they changed stuff. But it does look like everybody's a little bit
Perspective of
bigger.
Character flavor, folding beds and sleeping bags are both involved, and play style.
I like that
His
you can just like
gimmick
catch you in
is
the
that he
sleeping
can
bag.
give
It's cool.
himself gray health that will eventually turn into damage with his neutral special. While the gray health buff is activated, he won't receive any knockback from.
All right, so
enemy
Mojo
attacks,
Jojo's little
moves faster, and does
UFO
better
there
damage and knockback
is actually a
himself.
platform. I didn't
The
know that.
effect ends when he's taken enough damage to get rid of his gray health, or if he performs an attack. This buff is
Me
great for
personally,
edgeguarding as
I
it
do
gives
kind
you
of
a chance
like
to
being
activate
able to
full-on
tell where I
attack
am
just
in
aim
platform
for,
fighting
such
games.
as just charge and neutral attack.
I always have trouble, like, if it zooms out too much, too many people playing, or on a stage is too big. I have trouble. I don't know, my eyesight maybe isn't the best or something, but I have trouble following the characters sometimes if it's not big enough. So bigger characters is kind of something I
It can be useful for
am
getting back
happy
on stage,
about.
and while you would think this move would have a hitbox at the end of
anything
it,
that helps
it
me
had one
be
at
able to
all,
follow the characters
it's
around
actually
is
at the beginning,
good in my
and
opinion.
does significant knockback. Unfortunately, it has a rather long startup and recovery, so if it's baited out by your opponent, you could be in for a world of hurt. It also can be used to get around trap characters' movesets like Rick or Bugs.
Nice.
And can be a quick way
His
to get
teleport's
behind
cool.
someone ready to launch an attack. Be careful not to overuse it.
Shadow sneak, yeah, exactly.
Jason's other strong property is that he has multiple grab attacks. The third hit of his side attack combo,
Alright, so he's a big grappler guy. That makes sense for Jason.
his air neutral special, and his grounded up special are all grabs. This is significant in MultiVersus because grabs break armor, making Jason uniquely strong at powering through armor attacks like Superman or Shaggy's neutral
They listed
charge
Jason
attacks.
through New Line, which
One
also
movie
owns
found
Evil
myself
Dead,
using quite a
Critters, some
bit
Texas
as well
Chainsaw
as his
Massacre
air
films,
defense special.
90s
If you
TMNT
can get
movies,
close enough to
Freddy
the ground,
Krueger. Yeah,
taking 2 attacks instead of one, even
I
if
think
the first
the
one
floodgates
hits,
are open for
it
just
can be
about
a great
anything in
way
this
to
game,
catch
which is
part of
what they've been
off
saying the
guard.
whole time.
The air up
You know, that
special
they're
is
willing to
almost
try to go
nothing
get
to
anything for
recovery,
this.
but
That is a
covers a
WB
wide
game
range,
first and foremost,
great for
but
keeping falling enemies scared.
you know, they'll get whatever people want, or just surprise
For the
us
rest
with
of his
stuff.
grounded normals, he
if
has
it
a
seems
chargeable
cool.
stomp on his down attack that sends enemies upward, and he attacks with a chargeable folding bed for his up attack, which has considerable knockback. To round out his moveset, we have his
Yeah,
air
Ash would be
attacks.
awesome.
His neutral air
Chainsaw
attack
hand,
swings his axe in
boomstick.
an arc under him, and the hitbox goes out further to the side than you
It
would
did,
think
wasn't he
as
like
well,
supposed to?
making
Was he
multiple
supposed to be in
combos. His side air attack is pretty slow, but does considerable damage.
Mortal
on
Kombat or
knockback.
something, and then it didn't pan out
His air
or something
down
like that?
attack bounces enemies off the ground for
I remember that being like a leak, and it was like
gonna
gonna happen, and then it like didn't. So it'd be nice to get Ash in here.
And his air up attack is a double machete stab with more active frames than you would think, which is good for mixing in with his air up special to keep enemies airborne. Use your gray health buff to secure kills, his big swings to outrange foes, and grab enemies through their armor, and you'll be folding them up like a cheap mattress in no time.
He was cut from Mortal Kombat 11 at the last minute. Ah, bummer.
Sickness spreading through the traveler.
Another ad within potentially getting ads on my video, so adception again.
Before it's too late.
Ed Boon tweeted about Jason
Quick
MultiVersus.
overview
Yeah, I
of
know.
2 of the new characters coming to MultiVersus.
And what was John
Are you
Tobias?
excited
Is that the
to
guy's
jump back
name?
in after the long wait?
Was in the Player First
Be sure to let
Games
us know in the comments
studio
below.
and one of their
We'll
pictures
leave
they
it
put
for
out
match
for
here so
Banana
you can
Guard.
see the
So
characters
yeah,
in action.
definitely seems like they're working
Stage.
closely with the Mortal
We're
Kombat
already in
people,
the right place.
which
IGN.
probably bodes well for like getting Scorpion at some point. He looks a lot better in action. He doesn't look quite as big and beefy as, or disproportionately big and beefy as he first looked. Like in the game here, he just kind of looks big. Obviously, a little extra wide and everything, a little cartoony, but not to the extent that he first seemed to be.
We'll see who has the last laugh.
That was a cool little combo. I actually, like, I've heard some people say they don't like that it looks like it's kind of slower with hit stun, but I actually really like the way Smash 64 plays. I'm probably in the minority for that. I know a lot of people like Melee and faster, you know, whatever, but I like Smash 64. One thing Smash 64 has is a lot of hit stun. I kind of dig that style gameplay, so I'm kind of happy that MultiVersus is going that direction, but we'll see. You know, it's one of those things I feel like you have to play it to decide whether you like the feel of it or not. The fact we're getting Jason Voorhees and Banana Guard, yeah, I know. But like, so the more I think about Banana Guard, the more I do realize that it's a really good way to show just the range that this game has. That it's like it doesn't have to be a main character; it can be some background nobody. Yeah, that, like it can be anything. There's something really satisfying about Smash 64's hit stun and just the way it feels. A lot of it has to do with, I think, the sound effects as well. Just feel really satisfying. But everything about Smash 64 is very solid, hard-hitting. I like the feel of it. Where's this gameplay come from? This is gameplay on IGN. So they did like a Jason gameplay reveal trailer or something on MultiVersus YouTube, and then people in chat told me IGN did a Joker and Jason gameplay breakdown, so we're watching it. But yeah, it's on IGN. Yeah, Jason might have a hard time with projectiles, and you know, he's a big character, so he's probably a big target in a game that's all about 2v2. But it does look like he kills pretty easy, so I don't know. That's one of those things. It's always tough to tell with the character how balanced they are and stuff until you get your hands on them.
Red team.
Did we see the thing where Sakurai the other day said that apparently like all the characters in Smash Ultimate have a very like their win rate is almost the same like online, which I'm guessing is probably true. Like I don't think that's a false statistic or anything. I just don't think it's the best way to gauge if characters are actually balanced or not. I do think Smash Ultimate is very balanced for what it is. The fact that you can basically win with any character, besides maybe at the absolute highest competitive level, you know, then some of the characters drop off as being viable to play as. Ooh, Jason won in the end. Oh, we saw his end screen animation there for a second. Yeah, it is. That's kind of dark, actually. I don't know if I can pull back to that. But it was his machete in a sleeping bag, which kind of implies someone's in there.
BMW XM, the most powerful production BMW ever. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Jason looks like the hitchhiker in Tiny Toons Adventures. Yeah, with the red high tops, or like, I'm sorry, orange high tops, or whatever way it switches back and forth. Hilarious. Like 8-year-old me was crying laughing at the Plucky going on Hampton's family vacation and picking up that hitchhiker, and then getting to Wacky World Land and just riding the monorail and then being like, all right, that's enough for this year, let's go home. People are asking if they slowed the game down. Potentially. I think they probably did, it looks like. But again, I feel like I need to get my hands on it before I make judgments about how fast it is, how the hit stun has changed, like stuff like that, if I like it or not, you know? You know, the character that with the scythe, is it Ruby Rose? Is possible? Yeah, I mean, Grimm has a scythe. Ruby Rose has a scythe. Yeah, possible Ruby stuff could get in. They definitely did want to do anime stuff, so yeah, definitely a possibility. Why did Joker look so red and saturated? I think the characters have like a color on them for what, like your player 1 or player 2 or whatever. I believe, if I recall from playing, it was like a year ago, you could change that. You could either have your characters glow a color or not, because again, the game's built for 2v2. It's very hard to pay attention to where your character is, so you could kind of have this like outline and glow of a color that you chose on your character to be able to keep track of where you are in gameplay. They want anime characters, question mark. Yeah, they did. Player First Games did want to do anime characters. Obviously, Ruby is Rooster Teeth, which I think WB owns, so that would be one. I know in, what was it? Dr. Sleep, the Dr. Sleep movie, in the girls' bedroom, they had Ruby posters. And I think that's because it's because Dr. Sleep was a WB movie and they promote stuff. So cross promotion, stuff like that. Yeah, Ruby's definitely a possibility. WB shut down Rooster Teeth. Yeah, that's the thing. Rooster Teeth got shut down by WB, so where is it at? You know, and everything. But I do think, despite that, I do think Ruby is still a possibility. Yeah. Who the Scythe move was for? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Ruby's definitely still a possibility. For sure. Dr. Sleep was a solid sequel. Yeah, I was actually surprised how much I liked Dr. Sleep because I really like Kubrick movies, and it was no Kubrick movie. Like I could talk all day about The Shining movie and how like just good it is and intricate it is in so many different aspects, whether it be the acting, the visuals, the plot, the sound, everything about that movie's amazing. So many crazy background details. Watch Rob Eger's YouTube videos on The Shining will blow your mind. Dr. Sleep didn't have all that stuff going on, but I thought the plot and everything was good. Like they definitely recreated a lot of Shining stuff. I actually thought the best parts of the movie were when it wasn't at the Overlook Hotel and stuff like that. But I did enjoy Dr. Sleep. I thought it was a cool going forward with what the Shining is and everything. It was cool. Where can I watch this footage at? The first footage we watched was just on the MultiVersus YouTube. The footage I just watched a second ago, that was actual like gameplay, or actual matches and gave the moves for Joker and Jason. That's on IGN, on the IGN YouTube channel. Maybe what the ha-ha meter is under Joker. I don't know. I was kind of talking, half looking at chat, watching it. I don't know if they went over that. I know a lot of the characters in MultiVersus are a little complicated. A lot of them have cooldowns. A lot of times you use a move and then you have access to another move until the cooldown comes back. They had a lot of weird, complicated stuff like that. So if there's a meter under Joker, yeah, I'll have to look into what that is. YouTube is censoring ... $2 donation. Thank you. I don't know if the ... continues on or if it's actually the name is YouTube is censoring ... Anyway, can we all watch the new Call of Duty trailer? I think I'm going to probably keep this stream just MultiVersus. But if people want to go watch the new Call of Duty trailer, go check it out. For sure. We've seen the Joker's moveset showcase video. Is it new, or do you mean the gameplay video that came out a while ago? This had both Jason and Joker. He went for Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball character would be cool. Like, I've never really wanted Goku for Smash. I know a lot of people want Goku for Smash. I've always been more like, I like that rule where Smash is just video game characters, just characters that have originated from video games. I kind of hope that rule stays. But as far as this goes, this game, MultiVersus, I'd be fine with Goku. I'm fine with just about anybody getting in MultiVersus, and it doesn't feel like it would throw off what it is, because it's just craziness of, like, WB, I don't have a clear set in my mind, like, parameters for what is Warner Brothers and what isn't. So I don't mind, them pulling from whatever. But one thing that I do like about Goku specifically for this game, if that's what people are pushing, is that I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z on Cartoon Network, on Toonami. So I think he'd feel pretty fine, right next to Finn and Powerpuff Girls and, whatever, Rick and Morty. Like, yeah, Toonami's part of Adult Swim and Cartoon Network, cartoons. Like, yeah, it's all just that. So I'd be totally fine with Goku getting a MultiVersus and actually support it. Whereas Goku for Smash, I've always kind of been like, I don't really want it. Spy vs. Spy would be cool. Yeah, I was thinking about them. Actually, they'd be a cool, like, Mad Magazine rep, and I think Warner Brothers does own them. And then they're just cool. They have cool designs. They could definitely have a cool moveset and stuff like that. Anyone from Kids Next Door. Yeah, I mean, basically any Cartoon Network thing. Chowder, Teen Titans, Ben 10. Yeah, I'm cool with anything. Goku and Sailor Moon. Yeah, Goku and Sailor Moon are definitely like the faces of what originated on Toonami and brought anime over to the West. Like, so I'd be cool with both them getting in. Personally, I want Tom from Toonami. I want Tom the robot that hosted Toonami to actually get in as a character. Hope we get a Farm World Finn or Ice Finn skin. So, if you played... I forget the exact parameters of it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Hold on a second. I definitely have it saved in an image. Boom. All right, hold on. Okay. Additionally, all returning players who log in will receive a special edition Snowsuit Finn commemorative character variant, a special edition Rising Star Ring Out, and a special edition Banana Guard announcer pack. So that Finn costume, you get a special Finn costume if you played the beta and return to this game. I think there might be a time limit sometime before June something like that. Then you get this Finn costume, and this Finn costume is from the crossover episode, which has the ice Finn in it. So yeah, make sure you grab this if you're a Finn fan. There's a bunch of stuff. They said they're going to give people stuff for how much gold you had in the beta. You'll get rewards. They haven't said what exactly. I think you get the first battle pass for free for just jumping on. Some other stuff. There was like a bunch of stuff. I'm making a video that'll go over all what leak stuff happened before the last big reveal trailer for Jason and Agent Smith. Then I'll go over all the Easter eggs in that trailer, because it seemed to have a lot of Easter eggs suggesting a lot of different characters are being hinted at. And then I'll go over what other stuff they're doing with the new Battle Pass system and currency system. I don't totally understand it. I don't think I'll totally understand it until I actually get my hands on it. But they did a Twitter post, and they did, I think it's on the MultiVersus website. There's like a page that kind of explains a bunch of the stuff we're getting. So I'll go over that in that video. I'll either have that video done tonight or tomorrow is my plan. I have it all laid out. I just have to sit down and record myself talking about it. So, yeah. All right. The movie upset me as a kid, but Kangaroo Jack would be hilarious. Kangaroo Jack, didn't Kangaroo Jack like not like wasn't Kangaroo Jack like not in the movie, or like it was like a dream sequence or like a drug induced like hallucination or something that Kangaroo Jack actually shows up in and is like talking and like cartoony, but the preview trailer just made it look like it's a CGI animal movie with like a rapping kangaroo, but the actual movie was like nothing like that. I think they got like sued for like false advertising or something. Yeah. It's I've heard there was like it's funny because I always talk about like, man, movies are so bad today. Like movies were better a while ago, but I don't know if anything tops like early 2000s, like 2000 2010. The bad movies in that era, like Racing Stripes was in there. I think The Pacifier with Vin Diesel comes to mind. I think the Tooth Fairy movie with The Rock, I think was probably somewhere around then. There was a bunch of really bad, like hokey, like just crap movies coming out. Yeah, there were some bad ones in that era. That might be like the worst era of. The thing is, I do feel like there were like the good movies were still pretty darn good. Like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I think comes out like was 2001 to like 2003. But man, as soon as like 2000 hits, movies definitely start going downhill. And I do feel like some of the worst movies ever are like 2000 2010. The actual bad movies back then were real bad. Like we have some bad movies now. Bad movies now are more like the plot just kind of doesn't make, like I feel like the writing just didn't quite click or something. But the bad movies back then just are like, how did this even get funded? Like how did they even decide this was a good idea for a movie? It's bizarre. But yeah, the early 2000s had some good and great movies though. Yeah, I feel like the good movies, like the highs from back then, are higher than the highs of the last 10 years. Let's say 2010 to 2024. I know it's 14 years, but then like the highs from like 99 to 2010 are much better overall than the last 10 to 15 years have been. But yeah, Larry David is a multiverse character. You know, I want what's his name, David Zaslav or whatever, the guy who like is in charge of WB or whatever. Put him in multiverses. Give him humiliating costumes and have us beat the crap out of him. Have us have that. I want that. I want David Zaslav in the game just so we can kick the crap out of him. Virtually in multiverses, not in real life. You know, I don't want to actually hurt that man. I just want to hurt him in multiverses. That's a good joke character. But if you don't like banana guards, I think everybody would be on board with David Zaslav as a joke character. Okay, all right. Well, with that, it's a good place to end this video, I think. With that said, all right, I'm gonna end this now. Thanks for watching, guys. I think Joker and Jason look really cool. And yeah, I'm working on that video that we'll have going over the leaks of the last like week before the trailer, and then going over all the Easter eggs and stuff and hints of characters in the trailer, and then the stuff we've gotten since then a little bit with like the Dexter stage and this stuff going over the currency and the battle pass system. I'll talk about all that stuff in a video. Hopefully I'll have it done either tonight or probably more likely tomorrow. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later.